All right, let me pull this up here. So I hope you guys will join us MWAVE 2024, June 21st through the 23rd. It's going to be incredible. This is our third year doing this.
Can you believe
This
it's our third year?
It's wild, man. It is absolutely wild. So we're excited. We had a great time. Benny in the chat, he was there with us. He was one of our photographers, and so I appreciate him. So Benny, hopefully you'll be joining us. I think I already talked to you, but I think he's going to be joining us for 2024. So we're excited about that. But if you go to the website, midwestavexperience.com, right up at the top under attend, I've got a new link here that says home theater experiences. I want to kind of just go over briefly how that's going to be different than last year. Last year, to have access to local home theater tours, and we called them tours last year, we're trying to kind of tie it all into an experience, because that's really what MWAVE is about. It's providing these really cool home theater experiences. And so one thing that we want to do is make it more accessible to you guys. Last year, it was only VIP Gold and VIP Platinum that could attend these home theater experiences. And so the unfortunate thing is that limits the amount of people that can do it. Number one, just because of the cost, it was $750 for VIP Gold, $1,750 for VIP Platinum. And so for some people, they're like, dude, that's way out of my budget. And so we wanted to figure out a way, how can we make that more accessible? And the other thing is, last year we were only limited to 15 people, well, technically 20 people total that could do those, just because of space. So we brainstormed, and we think we came up with a really solid plan to not only lower the cost, to allow more people access to it, but also allow for more people to physically participate in these and have these home theater experiences. So on that page, you can see the date is the day before MWAVE. So MWAVE is the 21st. So this will take place on Thursday, the 20th. We have them in 2.5-hour time slots, and that's going to be based on the homeowner's availability. Currently, only one of the homeowners, there was 3 time slots during the day. There's a morning, kind of mid-afternoon, and an evening, and he wasn't able to do the morning. But that'll all be on the next page, and I'll show you. And then the cost is, we're just going to do it a la carte. So you'll buy your normal ticket, $75. And then if you want to add on one of these experiences, or 2 of them, or 3 of them, however many, then you can do that just a la carte. And so right now we've got, I think there's 5 or 6. So we've got Ryan Charpentier. He's got his information there. Jonathan. We've got Ivan. We've got Sheldon. And then also another Ryan, who's chirpy on the AVS forum. Stephen Dew is sending me his information. And then there's some others that are trying to figure out if they can work it out schedule-wise. And so ideally, what's going to happen, let's just go ahead and click on Ryan's. So you can come here. So we don't have registration open available for
Mine
this.
is horrifically out of date, by the way.
Of course. So we got to update his, but I've been asking him. He's just been busy.
I'm lazy.
Nah, we got, so we need to get some new photos here, but basically each page will have some photos of the home theater, so you can kind of get an idea visually what it looks like. We've got room dimensions. We've got how many guests per tour. And the way that we're doing this is we're only going to allow each time slot. So let's say 9 to 11:30. There's only going to be 3 guests in Ryan's home. Then from 12:30 to 3, another 3. And then from 4 to 6:30, there'll be another 3. So 9 people will have access to be able to come and experience his home theater. There's some additional information as far as like his configuration, 11.5.6, list of his speakers and subwoofers and processors and all that stuff. And again, some of that needs to be updated. But the key is you're going to be able to look at this and go, man, Ryan's got a similar size of my room, or the room I'm thinking about building, or maybe you've always wanted to hear Martin Logan speakers, or maybe you want to see the NZ9 in action in a real home theater. So that's the purpose of this. And then if you come back up here, back to home theater experiences, one of them, I'll go all the way to the bottom. I'll just show you one more. So Chirpy, his is actually under construction right now. So he's got a 9.4.6. It's got the same speakers that Jonathan has, but he's got 4 21-inch Kraken subwoofers, full Martys, Epson LS12,000, and a massive 200-inch screen. So this one is currently being built. You can kind of see the images here. We'll scroll through so you can see, man, those things are massive. Holy cow. But that's his room. So it's under construction. So Chirpy, Ryan, is going to be sending me updates as he builds. And you can see right here, this is the only one that's like this. This home theater is under construction, but we will finish. It'll be finished in May prior to MWAVE 2024. And I'll update the photo with photos as he progresses. But again, you can look at this and go, man, I've always wanted to hear 21-inch subwoofers and experience that. If I back up, I'll show you one more. I lied. Told you I wasn't going to. But look at this. Sheldon. Here's an example. This guy's off the chain. Sheldon has a, where's it at?
16.
Oh, I'm going to update this. It's technically a 7.16.4, and that is not a typo. So he's got all of this, JBL surrounds, mains, but then check this out, 16 stinking 18-inch subwoofers. So he has 4 18s stacked. You can see it right here in each corner. Ryan, did that make that big on your end?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it did or if you're seeing the like the full page. So, oh yeah, I can see it now. But yeah, so that thing is crazy. So anyway, so that we just want to give you opportunities and allow more people. But you can see with Sheldon's, he can do 7 people per time slot. So he can do 7 at the 9 a.m. slot. He can do 7 more at the 12:30, and then 7 more at the 4 p.m. So if you got any questions regarding that, drop it in the chat. Just let us know. We'll be glad to answer that. But just as far as timeline, I want to open up regular, just general admission on, what is that, November the 1st. Okay. And there's no limit to that. So, I mean, you don't have to rush out and get them, but if you want to go ahead and get them, that just helps us to prepare to know how many people is going to be there. And then in December 1st, that's when we're going to add all of the home theater tours that you see on this main page back here. And that'll give me some more time to get all that information from the home theater community in the Kansas City area and to get all of that added. And then I've also got to build a shopping cart section of that. So you can, click on, say, for instance, Jonathan's, and then you select which one, which time slot. And then, of course, there's only going to be so many availability for each one of those time slots, depending on how many theater seats that they have in their thing. So it's going to take me a little bit to do that. So I want to give myself plenty of time. So that's why I'm doing that December the 1st. So hopefully that all made sense. You can check it out. It's currently live on the website. We just don't have the buy it now or to add to cart on the shopping cart. We won't do that until December the 1st.
Here's a question.
Let me
Mia asks, is it $200 per person for the tours or just the cost of your normal MWAVE ticket and then $200 for the tour?
Sure. Great question, Mia. So you would pay your $75. That's just your general admission. That gives you all 3 days access to the MWAVE event at the Kansas City Convention Center. So that's Friday night, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday. The tours are basically just separate from the event because these are homeowners. So that would just be like a la carte. So let's say, for instance, if you wanted to do Jonathan's at the 9 o'clock hour, and then you wanted to go to Ryan's at the 11:30 hour, then that would be $200 for Jonathan's and $200 for Ryan's. And we're actually going to split that cost with the homeowner because we want to be able to give back to them and say, hey, look, thank you for opening up your home, your gear to, let's just face it, these are some strangers. Even though we're a family in this community, it's still strangers. And it also has taken up an entire day that they could be spending with their family. So we want to love on them and basically just give them, just a thank you, basically.